Hi, welcome to my YouTube channel, Caffeine and Lesson Plans. Today I wanted to give you an idea of where we do school in our home. The house that we're living in now, we're a military family, so we move a lot, doesn't really afford us a separate school space, and so we are just doing it here in the dining room. And you know, the kids are small right now and it works for us. And this is a really nice big wall. And so I've just kind of taken over it and repurposed it to fit our homeschool needs. So the first thing we have here is the bulletin board, which obviously can be used for multiple things. We have our All About Reading capital letter chart right now. I will routinely pin up some artwork of theirs. They really enjoy that. And then these are our virtue cards right now that we're using from We Choose Virtues. I believe there's about 12 of them. I could be wrong, but we just do one a week and we rotate them out. And then once we get to the end, we just start them back over again. I mean, you know, kids like adults need reminders all the time, and so the back of them, if I can show you here. The back of them, they have a bunch of different activities, teachable moments, and that kind of thing. They really, really like these, and they actually stick. You know, I can tell them, okay, are you using self-control like stop sign Madeline? And they understand that right away. They get that, and so they like those, and we really like those. I'll link the link to those in the description. And then over here we have our calendar set up. I just got this from Amazon. It came on big rectangular pieces of cardstock and they're perforated. I just popped them out, and then the bigger parts like the back of the calendar and then these parts over here, I took to Kinko's and had them laminated. And then these individual smaller pieces I laminated myself. And then they are all stuck on here with Velcro. And so that makes it easy for the kids and I to remove them and change them up. And the calendar itself is stuck on here using the 3M Velcro hangers. I wanted to be able to get as much use out of this calendar as possible, you know, not just use it for 1 year and be done. And so I didn't want to be poking holes in it and ruining it. So we're just using the Velcro, and that works really well. And so every morning they take turns, but they'll come in and we'll talk about what the weather's like. They'll change that out. They'll change these days out, and then they'll flip the green to the blue so that we know what day it is. And this is a really nice visual. It's helped them a lot to see, okay, oh, we have a field trip coming up, and that's in a week. I mean, my son, you know, counted down the days this morning to see how long. And then, you know, we're going on vacation here this week. October is a busy month for us. And then Halloween, you know, they're super excited about Halloween. And so this has been really nice. Obviously, they need to learn the days of the week and how months work and you know, talk about the seasons and stuff. And I just thought this was bright and colorful, and they really liked it, and it's worked out really well. And it was really inexpensive too. I'll link that as well in the description. So down here we have our wall maps. I am in love with these wall maps. These are actually giant stickers, giant reusable stickers. And being a military family, that is awesome, because I saved the backs of these. That means that when we move, I can just stick them back on the backs, roll them up, and when we get to where we're going next, all I have to do is pull them off and put them back on the wall. And this wall is super textured. I think you can see on the video, and they stick fine. I haven't had any problems with them not sticking. And so I really like these maps. These are by Wall Pops, and these, I got them off of Amazon actually, not very expensive at all, but I love that they're super bright. They're very basic, so for the kids that works really well. You just have the state name and the capital name, and then, you know, there are pictures next to each state, kind of what they're known for. And this helps us a lot when Daddy travels for the military. You know, we can talk about that. And then also we have the world map over here, where it's just country and continent names, and the continents are color coordinated, or color coded, sorry. And so you know, when we're talking about history or something and I say in Asia, well, I can say the red area is Asia. And so they can see, and it, you know, helps mom out too, because it's been a long time since I've taken a geography lesson. And so, this is super handy. You know, if we're talking about something and we say, this took place in modern day Iraq, well, I can show them on the map, this is where Iraq is, this is where we live, and they can kind of see where that is in relation to us. And I've put these actually lower on the wall so that they could come up and see them and find them. And even my 2-year-old loves coming up and looking at these. And so very, very thankful for these and well worth the investment. Now over here to our microwave cart where I've kind of taken over this space. Down here I've got some notebooks and paper and a planner, that's my stuff. And then over here I have the kids stack their work that they have done that day. We stack it right there, and then after school I will take that to the office and grade it and put it in their folders and that kind of thing. At the top here we just have a little bucket of crayons, some colored pens, some pencils and regular pens and scissors. And this is a 31 caddy. I can't remember the name, but I'll link it in the description. Not very expensive at all, but I've got our calendar pieces in here, and then on the other side the virtue cards. And obviously, you know, I'm not even using these pockets. You know, there's a ton of room and it folds down flat, so I really like that. And then over here we have our CD player. It was a cheap investment from Big Lots. You know, I didn't even think about not having a CD player, you know. I just use my phone for a lot of things, but a lot of curriculum has CDs, songs, you know, especially for the little kids, and so that's been helpful. Now, well, this drawer here, I think it is a Sterilite drawer system, I believe. In the top drawer here, we have just stickers and stamps, just kind of incentive things. Here's where I keep the CDs we're doing that day. Down here, these are art supplies that we use almost on a daily basis. Glue, pencils, these do-a-dot markers, we use these all the time. Crayola, washable markers. I have more art supplies, but these are what we use pretty much on a daily basis. And then on the bottom here are these Brain Quest workbooks. We don't use these within our curriculum. I actually use these as homework. So after lunch and nap time for the little ones, usually in the late afternoon, I'll take a kid aside and we'll do a couple pages on there just to keep things fresh. It's a good review. And I'll do a separate video so we can see the insides of those. And then the last thing in this room is my curriculum basket. And this is super handy because each day I take this basket to the office and I fill it with all of the books that I'm going to need that day. So my planner, teacher's manual, and then all of the stuff that we're using. And then I just usually post-it note, kind of like a bookmark where we're going to be that day. Copy of everything we need, and then I just put it all in here. Even like if I have some art supplies we don't normally use on a daily basis, paint or something, I'll just stick it in the basket. And then I just bring it out here and I set it off to the side. And amazingly enough, my 2-year-old doesn't even bother it. And I just keep it there. And I usually put it there either at night after the kids go to bed or early in the morning. And so when it's time to do school, you know, after the kids have eaten, tables and wiped off, everyone's dressed, I just grab that basket and we sit down and go. And then like today, now that we've done all that, I will take this to the office later today and refill it for tomorrow, and that works out really well, especially since I don't have a shelving space here for teachers' manuals and student workbooks, you know, and I'm not running back and forth between the office and the dining room, so that works out really well. So this is where we hang out for our school, and I will take you along to the office and show you kind of how that's set up now. And so this is our office, and you can see it is a little snug. This is actually a 4th bedroom, and my husband is a musician in the Army, and so we really need this space for not just, our printer and file cabinets and desk and things, but also for a lot of his music stuff. So we really can't use this space just for homeschool. We had a garage in our last home, and we don't in this home. And so this is where this shelving unit has come into play. We have an outdoor storage closet, but this really wasn't working in there. And so this was kind of just sitting out on the patio in the rain. And so I'm like, you know what, this will fit in our office and I can just use this. It doesn't look, the best. It's not the most attractive shelving unit, but it works for what we need. And so right now this is full of crayons here. I love repurposing containers. So crayons are these little bear manipulatives, got off of Amazon. These are super cute, and I've used them for lots of different things. Markers, as you can see, we're busting at the seams, and so I'm going to need a bigger tin for those. Our Color Wonder markers, which are great for my 2-year-old. He doesn't have to, get mad that he's not using markers, but then he doesn't have to worry about him coloring on everything. This down here is a doodle tin. It's full of dry erase cards, and it comes with a dry erase marker and just things to doodle on. And that's good for downtime if I'm working with another student or another kid, and one of the kids is waiting for me to work with them. They can pull out a doodle card, and it's good for fine motor skills at this age, and it's just something fun. And here I've got a bunch of manuals and resources. I've got extra workbooks for the kids. There's some like Ranger Rick and Your Big Backyard magazines. I've got curriculum books we're not using at the moment. This is our math book B that we haven't started with. I've got these chapter books here, are books that we'll get to later. These go with our music curriculum, and so I just put those there. This is my swing line laminator. This thing is amazing. I only paid like $20 on Amazon for it, and it works perfect. It has a little ready lights, when you're ready to go, and this will cold laminate and hot laminate. Nothing super fancy, but I love it, especially for the price. It has really come in handy. And then up here in this basket, I don't know if y'all have heard of these books before, but if I can get one out, these are alphabet books. There's one for each letter of the alphabet, and so we read these as we go through our alphabet, and the kids really like them. They're cute. So, and then down here, I have these little Sterilite stackable drawers that I bought, which are super handy. This first drawer is full of kind of manipulatives. I got alphabet flashcards here. Those are color and shape. Cuisinart rods. I got dry erase boards. Some more stickers. There's stickers under there. And there's actually some books on crafts and stuff for seasons down there. And then down here, these are the books that we are not using that day. So today we did not use this science book, we didn't use this workbook, and we didn't use the music book. So they just hang out in here, and these are all about reading flashcards. And then today when I go and refill our basket that I showed you earlier, if we're using these, I'll take these and put them in there, and anything we're not using tomorrow, I'll just put it in here. And so it's easy for me to pull out and not have to search for. Up here, this is kind of my lesson planner drawer. I got a bunch of washi tape. These are some more Velcro tabs, some Post-its. These go with my Erin Condon planner to clip things in. And so this is just kind of a fun drawer for me. Got to keep the planner fun and crafty. And this is our art drawer. These are the art materials that we don't use on a daily basis, and so I just pop them in and out as needed. You've got glue, glitter, paint, pipe cleaners. There's some more pencils, erasers, Model Magic, chalkboard markers, just anything just kind of gets shoved in there. And You know, it's up out of the way. My little one can't get in it, so that's the main thing. Down here, I've got a little basket full of construction paper, and then this is that Model Magic paper for those markers, and then my laminating pockets. And then that's really it for right now as far as our homeschool materials. Up here at the top, I also have these storage crates, and they work really well for library books. When we go to the library, we haven't been in a while, as you can see, but when we go to the library, we'll bring all the books back and put them in that basket so they don't get mixed up with our books, and then the kids can just pull them out and put them back in. I usually put that basket in the living room or somewhere where they can access them easily. But for right now, you know, we just started homeschooling this year. This has worked really well for us, and so I will let you know later on in the year how things are going and if we got anything new. So stick around for more videos. Thanks.